God rest my grandmother's soul. But if my granny was alive and she challenged me, I'd beat her 100 to nothing, and I'd knock her over and run her over. And just because, I mean, you out there.
All right, well, I'm going back, to the championship run again. My fault. I'm sorry. I just
Hey,
it's just that
hey,
she's killing it, 20-3,
yeah,
bro. Like, I mean, that's
100%.
just that's killing it. Okay, so I hope I'm not bombing her name, bombing her name, but Janiyah Barker. With her
Yeah,
being your leading scorer and rebounder, and I think she's a
Janiyah
senior.
Barker.
Janiyah Barker, with her being your
Yep.
senior this year and leaving, is there anybody on the current roster do you think that's going to possibly step up to get you guys back to the championship next year?
Man, Walt, the goal is to reload and repeat. We don't, program isn't built on one person. And so at
Mm,
the end of the day, Janiyah is phenomenal. I love that kid to death. I think she'll probably be, if not number one, top three draft pick when it's time for her to come out. She just has a skill set that's just unreal, and she's a phenomenal player. But at the end of the day, you know, that's not why we won a championship. We won a championship because I had Janiyah Barker, Jordana Cordilla, Corey Allen, Miracle Shepard, Rustin Augustine, Vivian. Which I have a whole roster of kids that can play.
mhm.
And so, you know, her graduating, obviously it shifts the way that the team looks. Um, but the fill-ins, the people that decided to jump on the boat, we gonna sell, and I believe we can sell just as far.
Mhm.
That's the answer I wanted to hear, Coach.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
That's what I wanted to hear.
so, coach, with a championship team like that, what would them five on fives like in practice?
Oh man, well, as you can imagine, it's almost like you got players that they're competitors.
Yeah.
They compete, and it's heated. It's heated. It's been some of them, if there's been tears, there's been almost fisticuffs, there's been but they're sisters
Right.
and they love each other. They'll run through a wall, but at the end of the day, it's almost like it doesn't matter. When you're on the opposite team, right?
Hmm.
And my jersey color is white and your jersey color is red. At that moment, I'm over here with white. We
Hmm.
can't care about what red got going on. And in our practices, our kids are like that. They're just competitors. They want to win.
Yeah.
And whether it's whatever team you're on, like you gonna compete.
Right.
I tell people all the time, God rest my grandmother's soul. But if my granny was alive and she challenged me, I'd beat her 100 to nothing, and I'd knock her over and run her over. And just because, I mean, you out there, at
Right.
that point, you are out there, and that's what I tell
Right.
my kids. I don't care about seniors and freshmen and who is older and this and that. Not you're out here. This is big girl basketball, and
Right.
so you are to compete, and whatever that looks like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Because I don't think people realize that, like, yeah, these are the starting five, but, number 6 to 15 makes this starting five who they are,
Yeah,
going at
but
it in
our
practice.
situation is different though. Our
Hmm.
starting five, respectfully, every kid on my team would start on another team in the country.
Hmm.
Like it's just I can only play five at one time. And
Right.
so it's not like I can any of these kids can start. Any
Hmm.
one of them, any given day, um, but it just was some people gave, as a coach, you got to look at starting the game, and then what's your energy, your spark off the bench, and then who's taking you home? What's that home stretch? That defensive group that that okay, we're in the hole, we need some offense. That offensive group. It's a lot of things that go into picking who's on for me,
Right.
into picking who's on the court and at what time, because that's also crucial.
Yeah.
But
100%.
these kids, respectfully, I got kids that'll start. They leave Montverde Academy, they'll start anywhere else they go.